Case Study 0015, Zombie Spring Breakers. A group of young people head to Ibiza for the holiday of a lifetime. All the sun, sea, and sex they can handle. If only there wasn't a zombie outbreak getting in the way. All right. Gee, how are you doing?
I'm middling, but I'm trying to muddle through.
I don't know if that was a pun or not.
We'll circle back.
Okay. How'd you feel about this movie, in general?
Honestly,
Yes.
having listened to your podcast before, I really thought I was going to, I anticipated not enjoying myself. Yeah. And just forcing through it. But I was as I began to watch, and the actors, at least one actor was a certain caliber.
Oh, sure.
I did not like it.
You know what? As I previously mentioned to you in text, this movie was not done or produced by the Asylum, and therefore I think they just distributed it because it's on their website. But if it had been an Asylum movie, it would have been an entirely different movie, and the one quote-unquote American character would have been every character.
Yes. Okay. Oh, yes. He was horrible. Horrible. Oh, just worse than bad.
I
Yes.
showed that part to Andy, and he's like, those are like Family Guy Euro trash. That didn't sound American
Not at all. No.
Anyway, so let's get started, shall we?
Please.
All right. Okay, we start off with a weird white suit guy threatening Antonio. And I think probably one of the only names I remember is Antonio because he said it so fucking much.
Right.
It was great.
Yeah. And the intimidation factor was set early on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That you knew that he was going to have some very...
He threatened him with a zombie. And I didn't know if this was the only zombie that they really knew about in the world.
Yes.
But they bring up a few minutes later that it's basically a pandemic that people are sick of.
Exactly. But he was on a boat.
Yes.
Of all places.
Yes.
So the zombie was on a boat.
A boat.
And then, as you said, they foreshadow what is permeable in the zombie world.
Yes.
Is the salt water. How did the zombie make it through?
Oh, I believe in Zombie, the Italian film, there's a zombie that fights a shark underwater. Well, they're dead. It doesn't matter.
No.
They might decay a little bit more. I don't know.
Yes, right. The flesh eating or the... Yeah.
The dissolving.
Yeah, it was an interesting intro, let's say, to start on a boat.
It was nice.
Right. It was
nice.
His white suit. Yes, everything. It was the opposite of Maleficent, right? Because he was white. He was all white, but those eyes, that's what that's what drew me in. I was like, I know I'm not supposed to like him, but I'm going to enjoy him.
Absolutely.
And I did.
For a split second when he first came in onto camera, I thought for sure it was Simon Pegg being gross.
Yes.
And I thought, oh no, he's just gross.
No, yeah.
I get it.
Right. Yeah. He was just gross. Yeah.
So then we go through a half an hour credit sequence. It was so long of just super hot 20-somethings dancing, maybe teenagers. I don't know. And then we get to our...
Oh,
yeah.
But
yeah,
the big surprise was that it was British.
Yes, I had no idea.
I think that's what even elevated my suspension of disbelief because I'm like, oh wow,
this is really what it's like
British
there.
Zombie.
Yes,
so that it already elevated it one notch above, just because maybe the presentation, the high tea, whatever they were going to have.
Yeah.
So
and British stuff is always classier.
Yeah, I was already more into it just because.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was my cultural bias.
Oh,
in this
I'm
zombie.
100% there with
Yes. Yeah. So I was already more on board with it because I was going to be listening to some cheeky dialogue. Mhm. Yes.
you. Amen. So then we meet our 3 protagonists. One wienery guy, Big Jim, and the other guy.
Az. The nerdy Indian Asian leaning one. Yeah, Az.
And I gotta say, I love Big Jim because I hate him so much. He's like perfection. He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
He did, right? And that's why I couldn't be mad at a lot of what I saw. I was prepared, Tressa. I really was. I was like, I'm going to hate it. But I threw out.
Yes, absolutely. I started off like, ugh, this fucking guy. Halfway through, I was like, no, I get it. This guy is hilarious. I mean, sometimes, but.
Right.
Yeah.
In a very forced, precocious way.
Yes.
You know that nobody delivers dialogue like he would have. But Big Jim did it.
He did it.
He did
it well.
Yeah.
And then we find out that they're in the middle of a pandemic and there are anti-science people that are like, fuck that, zombies, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just go travel. So stupid. I mean, whatever. And it was just like, this was made in 2016.
Yes.
And it was the most accurate pandemic movie I have seen since.
Absolutely.
They totally knew what people would do in the middle of a pandemic.
Absolutely. The screenings at the airport.
Yes.
Did you get like a knee-jerk reaction where you're just like, because I've flown one time since, but exactly that how it played out. The guards, everybody, you know, it was very strange, but kind of like, okay, well, you don't look like a zombie, you don't act like a zombie. Here's your carte blanche to go and party on an island.
And it was so smooth that I didn't even catch it until you pointed it out. I was like, oh yeah, that's not how it used to be.
Right? No, exactly.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was great. Great.
Chilling. Yeah.
I wrote accurate.
Right.
So then Wiener's girlfriend comes up.
And again, I had trouble with him. Like, you're calling him the wiener, and yes, he's supposed to be I messed up my relationship, and but
well done.
Again, he was kind of cute.
Yeah, that's all he had.
Floppy
going for him,
hair, you know, right? If he was even a ginger or had freckles, I would be even more into it. But I was less sympathetic because he was like a mousy, you know, but cute.
Yeah,
you know,
but should know better. But he's gonna give in to Big Jim and be a dick.
Right. Yeah.
So, his girlfriend comes and she's like, "Oh, you didn't tell him? I'm coming with you guys." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is just exactly like Midsummer."
But at the same time, when they introduced the girlfriend, didn't you get vibes like she could have been doing some kind of like save the children and not go on to Ibiza with everybody? Like she didn't put that out, but she's like, okay, because you signed me up for this, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. You don't want me to go? I'm going to go twice.
Right.
Yeah. Then I realized I have no idea where Ibiza is.
Oh.
And where is it?
It's a Spanish island.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could have checked that up, but I didn't.
That's why they say it affectedly, Ibiza.
Right? That's the TH in there. It's the Spanish thing.
Exactly. And it's a hedonistic place.
Oh.
Bacchanal, I would say.
So it's like those resorts that Jerry Springer used to have those specials at. Hedonism 1 and Hedonism 2.
Oh, yes. Euro style. Yes. But yeah, Ibiza is known for, decadence.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah. But post-pandemic, I'll see you in 12 years?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. I'll put that in my calendar.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then we get to the weird hippie burnout van that's driving them to their villa. It's like the most insane Uber driver in the world, and I loved it.
Correct, and his accent was horrible. That was not Ibiza. I don't know what it was. Maybe, again, he was some kind of... I'm going to posit, this is me interjecting my own thoughts, but I think maybe he was perhaps an Eastern European transplant that said, I am going to, this is going to be my job and I will plant myself on this island. But I don't think he was Ibethan.
No. I think that maybe he was raised there. I don't think he was from Mediterranean islands or whatever.
No, yeah.
Wherever he was from, it was not from anywhere that was in the story.
But bottom line, creepy, as you said.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which I kind of liked.
Party van.
Party van. There were bongs and sawed-off shotguns.
That was seriously, because I don't engage in the zombie flicks and stuff. That was the tiniest sawed-off shotgun I've ever like.
I don't know.
It seemed like a tiny. Side note: gesturing with pinky. It seemed really small.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about when we had moved out of our place at Humboldt Park and we were going through the basement with the landlord and he found behind some drywall a sawed-off shotgun?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a whole separate podcast of its own. Like, because wow. Okay.
And he's an ex-cop, so he was just like, I'll take care of it. Which meant he kept it. Like, he didn't do anything with it.
And side note, too, that doesn't surprise me.
No.
Mm-mm.
Not in that area, not from that guy.
Okay.
All right, they get to the villa. Big Jim is like, yeah, what's up, bitches?
Oh, and we're exposed to titties for the first time.
And it was, for the character, it fit, but I still was like, she's just like showing tits. Like, she wasn't even like, oh, there's people here, I'll cover up. Or, oh my God. It was just, what the fuck, you guys?
Right, exactly.
And
like
I love her. I love that mini driver.
She was absolutely, the pseudo mini. And I did some research on her. She's actually some kind of Lithuanian British woman because her accent, that's what I do. I over listen. And her accent was just slightly off at times. But again, she was perfect for what she did.
She was fantastic in that role.
No,
Holy shit.
Definitely one of my favorites. Yeah.
This whole episode is just going to be like, how fucking great was that?
Exactly. It's, listeners, sorry.
Sorry. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Boobs, Antonio. Oh, they go back to the club where the white suit man owns or whatever. And we meet Maria, I believe her name is. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, again, another interesting
yes
character.
Another interesting set of extensions that do not blend with her pixie cut whatsoever.
Yes, she wasn't. Who was Tank Girl? Lori
Petty.
Lori. She was not Lori Petty tough.
No, but
she. I think that's what she was trying to do, and to spring her flyers. I'm trying to promote the club in her Portuguese accent that we come to find out later.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
I think I need to start doing like tresses corner.
Oh,
where I just talk about shitty hair in these movies. Because,
into it. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Her hair looked like forgive this, but the skanky era of Christina Aguilera, where she had like blonde and black all mixed in, but her black was like turquoise. So super cool.
It would be interesting, like you said, to go back and then say what was 2016, and that would have been probably accurate.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But someone needed to fucking blend those things a little fucking bit better.
Yeah. Nobody
did. It made me mad.
Yeah, no one did.
I'm gonna hold on. I gotta go outside for a second and punch some things, and then I'll be right back.
You're obnoxious. Your hair is terrible. Forget the movie. Your hair is obnoxious.
And now we learn in this scene that Antonio was supposed to bring zombies back from England to Ibiza. And I still don't understand why. They had, like, white suit guy had zombie strippers.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much just his staff already that he was like, fuck you, I'm going to kill you.
Exactly.
So why does he need all these extra zombies?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he did do that show where he brought out a zombie and sawed off its arm.
That was very, very unexpected. And that the nerdy guy was
into
super
it.
into it. I mean, again, I suppose they were foreshadowing, but maybe it was like an attempt to inject his manliness. finally. And yeah, that was super weird because
he was a wiener.
he was a wiener. And, yeah. That poor Ellie girl.
She knows better.
Yeah.
I guess we get back to the villa, and he has a fast time flashback where he watches some chick get out of the pool and she's in a bikini, and he's mesmerized. Whatever.
It's Phoebe Cates in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Zombie version.
Hot.
Ooh, I can see her brains. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hot. Mm-hmm. So then we find out why Ellie and Wiener aren't together. It's because they were on a break. They're like, oh, I watched Friends once, so now let's use this. I hated that. I was like, really? Come on.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Stupid Wiener dude, too, inviting. Like, okay, again, deference to the English vernacular. It was a lads' weekend.
Yes.
It was but seriously, you could see how much of a wiener was because he invited his girlfriend on the lads' weekend.
He thought it could be half lads, half romantic. It's all good.
It's all good.
Idiot.
And your sister's there, too. Like, so much weirdness, but she probably was the one who helped procure the villa in the first place, is what I'm imagining.
She was all business because there's no way Wiener would have been able to take care of that.
No.
He probably doesn't do his own dishes.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Or fold his own underwear. Put it in the drawer even or whatever. Yeah. He was milquetoast.
He was milquetoast. Mm-hmm. And then they're talking about the plague again. And Wiener's like, what happens if it gets worse in England? And Big Jim is like, that'd be awesome. We could stay here forever. And I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm all about permanent vacay because there's stupid zombies over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it didn't turn out that way.
And I guess we're going to circle back. Like, again, people were allowed to leave the island.
Right.
To go to a place that they speculated didn't have zombies.
It's all hidden in government paperwork.
So it's like us trying to go to New Zealand and be Kiwis.
Exactly.
I wish.
They'd say, fuck you. You're not coming in here.
Right. Exactly. We do the Hobbit down here. We don't like your kind of American trollopism. Get out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're all a bunch of trollops.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah.
But we're not turning into zombies.
Hell no. I mean, some of us are, but...
Yeah.
So they go out and party. That made me wonder, like, I don't think that there's a time after, say, middle school where spring break ever seemed like a fun thing to me. Mm-hmm. And I think that MTV had a big part of that, where you would see it going on. And to me, as a teenager, I was like, that looks like it fucking sucks.
Right, the South Padre Island bullshit. But you're making me hearken to one of the better bits where they're all drinking that big drink.
Yes.
That Big Jim. And like it
has his pee and jizz in
it.
it.
Pee, right. It's aromatic, because it's my jizz, but they're all sharing. So I think that was a little bit of foreshadowing too. Like they're all sharing this huge fishbowl drink. And again, in this day and age, cut to us a year or even 6 months ago, we would not be sharing a bowl of a drink with someone.
I don't think I would still.
Yeah, right. No, not still or before. Right. Let's call it out for what it is.
I might before.
Yeah, with a couple before.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
so,
booze,
but it's booze. Yeah. So, but yeah, that again, I kind of got the right. They're sharing a drink. So yeah,
but also,
and where's the roofies?
Oh my God, there had to have been so many roofies in that movie. They didn't really play out,
right? But you knew, yes. Well, but ominous white suit guy, obviously, right? There was yeah. So
then Minnie Driver and his sister are talking. They went out too.
Yes.
And Ellie was like, I'm so glad we get to stay in and be like boring. And they're like, fuck no, we're going to get fucking wasted.
Yes.
She's like, okay. So they go out. This whole scene was like my favorite. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But Minnie Driver's like, out of nowhere, she's like, man, why couldn't it have been vampires? That would have been so much better. I'm like, yeah, fair.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, because they're definitely much more attractive. Yeah.
Yes. And more hygienic, I imagine.
Oh, yes.
Like, it doesn't smell as bad.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to smell like the Old West everywhere with rotting bodies everywhere.
Ooh, here's a fistful of what did they throw on the bodies? Oh, sulfur.
What? Garlic?
Dead. Yeah, well, oh no, when like you're saying the rotten bodies, that they would put sulfur on the bodies to help the carcasses.
I did not know that.
Oh,
so
one to grow on. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Minnie Driver comes up or she goes, "I'm gonna go find some, I don't know, dick or whatever."
Yes.
And she comes back with Rupert. Mm-hmm. So gross.
Right.
With the pink polo with the pop collar.
Yes.
And he's like, "This is my friend Todd. He's an American." He's not an American.
No.
He's like, I should have written down what he said, but he's just like, "Yeah, wasted. Woo!
Yes.
Awesome, dude."
Yes. He was worse than when Nick Kroll does the European. Yes, I'm here to eat your bodies.
Yes.
Oh my God, but terrible though. Yes, if you want an example of bad acting,
I'm sure
that for
like,
sure was
there was
it,
there was one episode of The Young Ones where Buddy Holly was in an attic.
Oh yeah.
And he like spoke with a really thick Southern drawl. And I
Yes.
was like, wait, is he Southern? And I had to ask someone, and they're like, I think that's just what British people think Americans sound like.
Yes.
Oh, that's fair, because
That's
an English accent is the same no matter where you live to me. So that's
exactly.
fine.
That's
fine.
true. Yeah, yeah. Well, they were very proud telling us that they were from London. They were Londoners.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess. So we
Going
go,
to Ibiza. Yes.
we go back to the Three Stooges, and they're in the not a strip club, I don't think, but it has strippers like go-go dancers, and one of them's the zombie. Yay!
Flash me your rotting tits.
And they were like they
Yes.
had like cuts around them, like they were new implants that they decided to put in there once she was dead. It was weird.
Yeah, but they weren't not attractive.
Oh no,
No.
For a zombie, she was hot as shit.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
And I was like, oh, yeah, of course, the first thing they do with the zombie woman is make her a stripper. And if it were a way grosser movie, they would have turned her into a sex toy. But that's just like...
Exactly.
Gross.
It didn't have any of those moments either.
And I'm glad it didn't, because that would have been disgusting. Nope, I'm right.
Okay.
And so then I was like, I got to figure out who Ellie is. So I IMDb'd her, and she was in Crazy Head. It's a really good show.
Yeah. Oh, and just like White Suit Guy was in Peep Show.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the most talented of the cast. Like he had charisma. I was like, I get it. He's the Jim Jones of the island because he can.
Yeah.
He's hideous in so many ways, but I see why, he has employees, quote.
Charisma and money works every time.
White suit.
And then Az is wasted. The white suit guy is flying with him with drinks, and he's like wasted.
Wasted. And yes, to dial it back, he was going to be White Suit's new toy.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is, again, an interesting plot twist. That was something that was, well, yes, but no. You could see he wanted fresh meat, and he went, but he was like eyeing him up and down, like, but so that must be some kind of...
I think it's sweet that he could see Az's potential.
Right, because only previously his mother could.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
So he's like wasted, and he's like, this music's too loud. I'm going to tell the DJ to put Morrissey on.
That was pretty... That catered to a certain crowd. You had to know who Morrissey was.
Everyone in England does. It's just stupid Americans.
Right, that's true. Right. So exactly why this Zombie Spring Breakers, the translations may have been lost a little bit.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. Hairdresser on fire. No, it's a zombie. Right? Yeah.
There was another thing that happened where they showed zombies walking onto a beach from the ocean. I did not catch this earlier, but Antonio, he threw all the zombies off the boat once he got there for some reason. And I don't understand why he did that.
Right.
I don't know if they ever explained that. But at this point in the movie...
Was it his last Hail Mary to say, no, I'm not going to indulge in your malevolence here? This is
it's
not...
his moral high ground.
What do you think, Antonio Club Boy? We didn't see how short his shorts were.
That's true.
I had a problem with that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So we see zombies, a big horde, BT dubs, heading towards the villa that they're all staying at. This is a fun movie to take notes for because I'm just like, Big Jim hasn't seen, quote, pretty much everything, unquote. Stupid.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. He was so full of so many things. Oh, the proctologist line at the airport.
I missed it.
It was something about, bending over for your girlfriend. Well, the next person that's going to be checking you out is the proctologist. And he's like, get it? Because he's an ass doctor. Like, all of this stuff was just very highbrowish for a zombie movie.
Right.
What caliber is this? Is even BC? I mean, in the pantheon of these movies.
I don't know. I don't know how they're graded. I just talk about them. Jeez, get off my back.
All right.
But we go back to the club, and that's when the zombie show starts. The two fancy ladies drag a zombie out, and a third one comes out and with a chainsaw, and she cuts his arm off. And I was like, "Holy shit!" Everyone's going nuts.
Ape shit. Yes. Nuts. Yeah.
And I don't know if I would voluntarily, purposefully go and pay to see that show.
No.
But God damn it, I'm curious. If I was there, I'd be like.
I could see nerdy guy spazzing out going, yeah, this is what we came for. This is the attraction. We didn't even think there were zombies on the island, and now we're going to see an arm taken off by a chainsaw. Pew, pew, pew. Wow.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Air horn.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, it's because Big Jim had been plowing the zombie stripper with booze.
Alcohol, yes. Oh, yeah,
which may have been dosed as well. Roofied as well.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the guy was standing right there. Whether she had been drinking or not, she would have eaten him. It made no sense. But that was just like a cascade of zombies and people being turned into zombies.
Right.
And
the whole club.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
But Az got scared because it was loud, so he went to the bathroom, and that's where he stays for a big chunk of the movie.
Maybe he was in a K-hole. It's not a bad place to be.
No. It saved his life.
Yep.
And one of the best deaths of a zombie was Wiener stabbing one of the zombies with his glow stick in the eyeball.
Yes, they made that point about getting to the brains, and he went right for it.
Yes, and
he
you
did.
need to, because if you don't kill a zombie in the brain, I will have no respect for your zombie movie.
Okay, fair.
I mean, that's the only way. I mean, it's logic.
Truth.
So they run out. Jim and Wiener finally get out of there, like, oh, God, they're in the parking garage. Oh, crap. And he's like, we should go back. And Wiener's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Is that? Big Jim is like, I don't know. I got kind of a semi now.
Big Jim had quite all of the action liners. Yeah.
Of course he did. So now Wiener is calling everyone. He's in the parking lot. He's calling his sister. He's calling Ellie. He's calling Az. And Big Jim's like, whatever. Liz is probably just lesing out with Zara. And then the next shot they were.
Yes. Yeah.
But then sad trombone. It was just to like make the American guy hot for him. Yeah. Which gross. Gross. And then she was like, well, if I'm not going to get any, I'm going to go to bed. You were just getting some. Like, what's the problem? You could have continued to get some. Yeah. But you were just going to be a pussy. Yeah. Yes. Lack of a better word. I watched this movie with commercials. And at this point, I got a commercial for COVID-19 testing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Ooh, targeted marketing.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky.
And I cannot stress enough how much I love pandemic movies after currently having lived through one. Yeah. And currently doing so right now.
Yeah. I mean,
love it.
We will never be free.
No, we're fucked. Yeah. So the zombies are starting to break into the villa. There's one in the pool getting to Liz. And that's where I came back in the commercial. There was just like her fighting in the pool, and I had no idea what was going on. she taps him gently on the skull with the wine bottle, and he's out.
Gently.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was just a little tap.
Yeah.
And then they get back, Jim and Wiener. I'm not going to call him by his name. They get back and they're like trying to get in. They see the zombies. There's a whole thing with like kebabs. And
because they did not Uber or take any cars. They they had to trot their way home and avoid the zombies. And night has fallen, y'all.
Yes.
So it's scary watching a field of zombies slowly tread their way toward you. It is. It's ominous.
I mean, there could be some crawling and they could grab you and you wouldn't even know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they finally get over the fence to their villa and they see...
but the good part was he had to save his kebab. He was eating. Big Jim was eating, of course.
There was so much concentration on that carry-out package.
Yeah, exactly. He had to have his late night snack.
Yeah. Well, I mean, valid. And then they get over the fence, and Todd, the American, is like, he's like slow walking, fire walking, where they go, hands out, and they're like, oh crap, another zombie.
Yeah.
And he goes, dude. And then they beat the shit out of him, and then they start stomping him, and they're squishing noises. Like they obviously flattened his skull.
They did. Yes.
They murdered somebody.
They did. Legit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then we were like, did he just say dude? Yeah. And then Liz kills that zombie, I guess. It wasn't actually dead from that light tap, with an umbrella through the skull, which was beautiful.
But poor Liz. Poor Liz. That she had to fend for herself.
Yes.
Yes.
And now Rupert's given a rub down to Ellie. And they walk in on her. And
pink polo guy.
Yeah. He's like, whatever. You're in the middle of our foreplay. Gross.
Yes.
So he's like, I'm out of here. He says, Rupes saying sayonara. Ciao, losers. Wow. I didn't think I could hate him more.
Yeah.
They wrote this movie really well for me. I turned away at some point, and Rupes got a bite on his hand. Did you see what happened?
How did he? Oh, because he said, I'm out of here. And then he went to go get a cab, and he got bit on his, and then he came back in. So that's what happened. Like, he tried to leave the villa, and so couldn't get an Uber, Lyft, whatever, and then was bit and came back. So they're like, that's what set it up, the ensuing scenes.
Totally missed that part.
Yeah.
So they're having this argument. Like, he's like, I'm dead. Everyone's like, we got to kill him. And then Liz is like...
because he was bit on the hand, right?
And Liz is like, let's just... Or no, Jim, I think, was like, just cut off his hand.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, what? Okay, let's do it. But they waited for so fucking long to cut off his hand. Like, even as they were having that conversation, I'm like, it's already too late. Are you fucking stupid? So they wait till his arm turns black, and then they cut it off. I'm like, well, that's not going to do shit.
But the best was the blaze of glory that he huffed all that ketamine to prepare himself for his arms. He's like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to feel anything anyway, so just do it. So he was absolutely right, because it does, in large volumes as such, is a tranquilizer. So he absolutely did not feel a damn thing, but it was just hilarious. He had this mound of ketamine. It wasn't,
a 4-inch tall mound that he's like sucking down and blowing in.
Because he was ready for the club. And so he had the ketamine. It wasn't coke, y'all, and it wasn't cut with, fentanyl like it would be today. Okay? No national crises yet. No, not in Ibiza. So yeah, the dude had a fucking mound. It wasn't blow. It was ketamine.
I thought it was coke at first, obviously. And I was like, damn, why are you doing coke when you're doing... All right.
No, it was a party. It's Ibiza.
I don't know your life.
Yeah.
So they're like... All right, we're going to call that creepy-ass Uber driver, and he's going to rescue us.
He's going to save us with that sawed-off shotgun in the party van. Let's do it.
Oh, and his business card full of drugs.
Yeah, right.
What about that?
And so Big Jim pulls out the card and says, I'm going to save us all. And they're like, fuck you. And he's like, no, get it?
For sure.
Yeah. Because Liz and Minnie Driver didn't know how bad the driver was. That was it,
they never met him.
Yeah.
That's our ghost, named Andy.
Oh, okay.
Somebody calls somebody a munter, and I have no idea what that is.
Munter, yeah, probably. I think it's like a weak person.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant timeline. Okay.
Yeah.
So creepy Uber guy, he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to. And then he's like, okay, show me titties and I'll do it.
This was one of the better parts in it. Yeah.
And
Because I could relate.
so all the ladies are taking pictures of their titties, and then Ellie refuses to, which, fine, I get it, but it's the apocalypse. Just show your fucking titties.
Yeah, right.
Show them nips.
Free the nipple.
But since she's not going to do it, Big Jim has to do it. And I knew as soon as he said he wanted titties, I was like, Big Jim is going to be showing titties.
Yep.
Love it.
Was that was more on the asylum level then, right?
Yeah, they wrote that
if we
one
were going to,
line.
right, okay. Yeah.
And of course, as creepy Uber guy is going through the pictures, that's the one he wants.
Where are those big brown udders? Give me them big brown. Yeah, because he had some kind of weird Jamaican white guy, but he obviously wasn't.
He was like Adrian Brody on SNL introducing a band, fake Jamaican.
Oh my God. Never again. Wow.
So this is a part where they decide, okay, we're going to finally cut off this dude's arm. And it's a beautiful cut. Like, I don't think I could cut a steak so evenly. And I was like, what are you going to do with the fucking bone?
Right.
You can't cut through that fucking bone.
No.
They should have just done it at the shoulder and then just yanked it out. But they didn't do that. They had Jim like kneel on it until it broke.
Oh.
Which, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean,
if they were going to do it proper, they would have hung him up on a meat hook. Okay. Anyway.
You are vile.
But they're in a villa.
And also, they should have done that outside. They didn't need to do that all over the furniture.
Right, because he's got zombie blood in his arm. It could splattered in their eyeball, which happens,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It was infected.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It's
an infection. That's what it is. Yes. Being a zombie is an infection.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, Az finally wakes up and he's going out in the club and there's just like a writhing blanket of zombies chomping on partygoers.
It's hilarious though because he's passed out with his phone on the toilet and his pants are down and the phone falls down and the zombie grabs that right away.
Yep.
Zombie, what you gonna do with my phone, girl? Are you gonna order a bunch of shit on Grubhub? No,
because you want my flesh.
Right, you don't need my phone. I thought that was funny.
And so he finally goes through all these tunnels or whatever in the building, and
pantsless.
Yes, and
because he was on the turlet.
That's right. And Christina Aguilera is in the office with Antonio, and she's like, okay, you got to look out for Carl. Go look out for Carl.
Oh, right. Did you set it up, though? Because she had a confrontation with White Suit. So she was going to get nixed, whatever. She was going to be next. So, yes.
I forgot that she was even...
Yeah, she and White Suit got in a fight in the club.
And he was going to turn into a zombie because she quit.
Right. Yeah.
So...
There's rohypnol in that too, girl.
So she's like, go watch out for Carl. So he goes outside in the hall, and one of my favorite parts of this movie, he's like looking and he sees Carl coming. He's like, "Hey, Carl, we're down here!
Hey, yo, we're here!" Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, because he's so innocent.
Oh, he is. Yeah. Oh, sweet baby.
Yeah.
This movie like goes back and forth to scenes.
Yeah.
And which is fine. It made it more interesting. And
right. The timeline was linear.
Yes.
Because you could see what was happening on every aspect of who was with whom.
On each side story, which is what we needed because otherwise it'll drag. But also it makes my notes very confusing.
But the setup scene, or you're not cutting away from when she calls over White Suit and she's like, and she grabs the gun out of the drawer. And it's so to dial it back again, White Suit has 2 pistols and he likes to light his cigarillos or whatever they may be with a fake pistol to be very intimidating that you know.
I mean, I get the intimidation, but it's just a poor choice when you own an actual gun.
Right.
I'm
right.
just saying.
So here Maria thinks she's going to save the day with a zombie behind her, growling because he's enchained.
Sure.
And she pulls out the pistol and it's the lighter.
No.
Oh, no, you're not saved. Sorry, Bye, bitch. So, yeah, they both are prey to the white suit. Yeah.
So then it cuts to back in the villa. Big Jim is talking to Liz in a very emotional, very sweet conversation where they have the conversation that I am sick of hearing in zombie movies, which is, do you think that they know who they used to be? No, I don't.
No,
they're dead.
Hun, they're dead inside. Sorry to break that to you, but they're dead inside. Yeah.
And then they start arguing about the relationship of everyone in the Three Stooges. And Jim's like, if I'm not the funny one, like, who's the funny one? My favorite part about that is they're arguing on who the funny one is. Not the hot one, not the one that everyone loves.
Right.
The funny one.
The funny one.
I relate to that so hard.
Right.
Don't ever tell me I'm not the funny one, because God damn it.
They were humanizing it.
They were. He had a tear running down his face.
Yeah, he did. Big Jim. With the big brown titties.
And then during this scene, there's a shot from the back of them. And he's like, it's ironic, really. And at the same time, his hat says, sorry, I'm fresh. I was like, this movie knows what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're to believe they have a sympathy fuck.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, she finally breaks down. She's like, oh, God, don't make me do it. Yeah. And again, I'm intrigued because it sounds more eloquent the way she's delivering it. Yeah, yeah. And so she said, okay, let's do this before I change my fucking mind, which won't be my own because it's going to be zombie brains. Let's
don't
be
jump
real.
ahead. Just kidding. I don't care. Then they go out to see, like, what's the deal? Or they don't. And Ellie are like, he sounds weird. Go check on him. And he's a zombie. Rupert is a zombie.
King Polo is a zombie. Yeah, the cutting off the arm didn't do shit.
No, maybe if you had done it right after he got bit. But you waited for that blood to flow all over his goddamn body before you cut that shit off.
But honestly, the whole trope is so wrong. Your blood circulates if we were going to go into the hemodynamics of how to create a zombie, don't get me started, Tressa.
Listen.
What?
You're probably right, but I don't want to hear that shit, okay?
Well, at least it might have saved his penis. I don't know. It's more distal. It's more, from the site of injury.
He would have been like all zombie except for human penis. That's so sad.
What an attraction, though. Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. No, we already agreed we wouldn't fuck zombies because they're just gross.
They're dead flesh. It's like fucking meat. Thank you. You're welcome. Like a turkey neck.
But like you said, vampires are dead too, but they're attractive.
Right. And they have mental capacity. They can have a conversation with you.
Right. I mean, Dave Vanian, let's salute the oldest and most beautifulest undead.
Ding.
To you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, all right. We find out Liz has turned.
Yeah, they wake up in bed the next morning. Yeah.
And this is, I love that she turned because they weren't fucking around with the blood. They're like, well, maybe some blood got in her eye. Maybe blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it can pass in other ways than just a bite.
Did they... Oh, yeah, because Nimblefuck, her brother, yes, he was the one who witnessed her fighting with the zombie, so he was aware. Yeah, because they all knew that she had tumbled with the zombie.
Yeah, and I think she told a couple people because she's like, go look in the pool, you assholes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we've been dealing with this on our own.
Yes.
Strong, independent women.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whatever. Minnie Driver comes down the stairs with her giant suitcase. Yes. She's like, let's go, bitches.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's when I decided that this is my favorite Minnie Driver movie.
Oh, girl. Yes. Yeah.
Taxi driver gets here, or Uber driver, or whatever. And he's like, all right, we'll go in just a second. I got to go get laid. I got to go fuck those big brown titties.
Yeah, he shows up in the party mobile that you're surprised doesn't do La Cucaracha when he honks the horn. I mean, it's that kind of psychedelia.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And they go up to see Liz, and she's gnawing on, I think it's Uber's guts, right?
Yeah, Uber's, yes, because he runs up the stairs and like he says, I'm going to find the big brother, right? And and she attacks him. That's how they found out she turned, unfortunately.
Oh,
yes,
right. And that whole scene, she's got like a weird looking sausage, which I assume is supposed to be intestine.
Yeah.
And she's just gnawing on it the whole time. Like, bitch, are you going to eat or are you going to gnaw? Let's go.
Bad table manners, honestly. Yeah.
All right, they decide that Big Jim is going to have the gun and they're going to shoot their way out and get to the bus or van or whatever.
Yeah.
Because Big Jim, he's proficient in video games. He can shoot real good in video games.
In video games. Yeah.
So he's like, okay, I'm loading it. Okay, I can do this. And he explodes the van.
Well, no, you skipped over where Minnie Driver, she's like, because they have to kill Liz. And Minnie Driver's like, she's my friend, let me do it. So she takes the gun and kills Liz also.
I must have been taking notes because I did not see that.
Yeah, she blows Liz's brains out.
Oh,
they
Liz.
had to kill Liz.
Yeah, I mean, she was a zombie. What
she
are
was
you
a
gonna
fucking
do?
zombie. Like, yeah, she had this whole, it's kind of like that most recent Curb Your Enthusiasm where it was like eulogizing them before they're dead, but she was actually dead, right? Do we agree? She was dead. She was dead, but animated. So she was like, we've been through a lot and blah, blah, blah. But then she takes it and she blows her head off. So she proves herself to be mighty with the sawed-off shotgun. It wasn't Big Jim. You're right.
You know that she would have been.
Yeah.
She's fucking Minnie Driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then he goes and explodes the van.
Right, because they're trying to pick out zombies on their way to the van.
Right.
He's like, I got this. Let me take care of it. And it's a direct hit to the van and it explodes in an inferno.
And they're like, how can that even happen?
Because it happens in a video game, dude. You would have gotten a bajillion points. Yeah. Oh.
I'm with him. I don't know how that would happen.
Yeah.
So then, go ahead.
Oh no. Yeah. So their main concourse is gone. They have no way because the zombie. It's daylight now by this time, by the way, and all the zombies doth approach. They're in full force surrounding the villa.
Right. And then all of a sudden, a white limo pulls up. Was it white or am I just projecting?
It was, yes. It was white suits.
So tacky.
White limo, yeah.
So tacky. And as he gets out and he's all like, man, he looks like if this were a teen romp, he would have just gotten laid and like, he's the cool dude now. Love it.
What's super bad where he has the fake Hawaii license? Picture that, listeners. I just broke the fourth wall. Yes. But it's total super bad moment where he's dressed like Don Johnson because he puts on white suits. Because, so we didn't explain. It's a flashback. Go.
What's the flashback?
How they get out.
Oh, how they got out.
Yeah. The flashback was how he and Maria actually got out of the club to have the limo.
Tell me, I forget. Yeah, no, you're right, but I forget how they did it.
This is going to be very vague for me, but I know somehow they knock out White Suit and get the keys to the limo because the whole plan is to get on the boat to get off the island.
Yacht.
So the yacht. So they have to have both keys, but they're going through the parking garage. And she tells him, you've got to distract him. And he's like, well, why not? You're the hot one. You do. You jiggle your tits. And she's like, do you know how to drive the limo?
Yes.
He's like, no. So he tries in his best way. And he does somehow. And like, he does this like Walter Payton sprint, avoids tackles, and somehow is able to get to the limo.
Yes.
So they're able to get out. But that's the big question mark because White Suit Dude does show up later. So you do have notes about it. Like, I think they knock him out, but I don't think they think that they've killed him, but he's not dead. White Suit hasn't died.
But also, why would jiggling tits in front of zombies be appealing?
Because they're fleshier.
I don't buy it.
Something to hang on to. That's why women, again, we're marginalized every way in the world. And yes, tits are another access route for a zombie.
Right.
Something to hold on to.
Just
sorry. I'll get off my soapbox now.
Thank you.
But it's another appendage that they could have. Literally, on me especially.
Same. Same girl, same.
Yeah.
Then we get back, we come back from the flashback, I guess.
So yes, they've rescued. They're in the villa with the limo, and they're like, "How did this?" They're like, "Never mind, just get in."
Yeah. Then they drive. They get to the beach, and then Big Jim is like, "Okay, I can't. I fucked your sister."
Right.
She's a
Again,
zombie."
on the beach, there's swarms of zombies that they're
course.
trying to avoid, and they show it. And again, it's this montage of them, like just circling through, and each one of them. Oh, this was key too. Minnie Driver accidentally gets shot, a ricochet from him shooting the van, so she's injured. So Big Jim is carrying Minnie Driver,
and she becomes his greatest weapon.
Yeah, she's on the beach. They're on the beach. He's carrying her because she can't run because she's injured, but she's holding the gun.
No, she's holding the machete.
The machete. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Somehow they've acquired weapons.
Yeah, I don't remember where that came from. So Big Jim's like, "All right, I fucked your sister, so I'm gonna be a zombie. So see you later."
Right. I can't. Yes, they all finally make it to a pedal boat. Literally, not even a paddle boat, a pedal boat to get them to the yacht,
which was beautiful.
Yeah.
And as he's leaving, like Az goes to shake his hand. And Big Jim spits in his hand to shake Az's hand. I was
exactly.
Like, you guys were just talking about bodily fluids.
Exactly. So that I thought was some kind of weird foreshadowing. He's like, if I'm going to go down, you're going to go down, motherfucker, too. So I was like,
that would have been smart. That's
but you're right. That was not a pact. But what the fuck? That was so weird.
It was weird and stupid and gross, even if there wasn't a pandemic.
It was inappropriate.
It was disgusting. So Jim's like, "Save yourselves, get out of here." And Minnie Driver flips him off at that point, and I was like, I like her.
Yeah, he's kneeling down on the beach. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna just
I was like, that's how you're gonna go. You're just gonna fucking sit there and die.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's you. Shut up.
Yeah.
You could at least go get a drink.
Right.
Which
somehow he dodges more zombies to make it to a cabana. You tell me.
I love that bartender so fucking much. He was fantastic.
He was very Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
And that I'll slip in my liner. This movie was not. I thought it was going to be Shaun of the Dud. It was more like Shaun of They Did. It was okay. It was okay. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to come up with a really witty line and I did not. So thank you.
And bow.
But he's like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" Jim's like, "I'm going to turn into a zombie." He's like, "Oh yeah? How'd it happen?" And he's like, "I fucked a zombie." He's like, "Bro, that's sweet." And they show him from the back, and he's got this huge bite on his back. And he's like, "What are you going to do? Let's party, bro."
Let's party. Make the drink stronger. Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. I didn't fuck her, but did make out, bodily fluids, whatever. And he's like, "Wait, you didn't read the pamphlet?"
Yeah. So that was the cut to at the airport where they were like handing out the reading material, and only Az had read it.
Yep. Because everyone else was like, "Ugh, we're sick of this stuff."
Yeah.
But you don't get the zombie virus from making out, which I don't think is true. But okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because people have sores in the world.
Yes.
Like herpes.
All sorts of cold sores and maybe she just flossed. Who
Gum
knows?
disease.
Yes. Gingivitis. Disgusting.
Yeah. Zombie.
All right, they're on the boat. They're getting away. Carl pops up. He's like, "Can I have my keys?"
Carl fucking popped up. And I appreciate your detailed notes because the vagary, but like they thought they'd killed him, but he wasn't dead.
No. There's a scene where Carl is trying to get his keys back, and Maria comes in and she starts screaming at him in Portuguese, I guess.
Yeah.
And the closed captioning or the subtitles just said, "Too rude to translate."
Oh, yes. Too rude.
Absolutely. This is a British movie.
Yeah.
So we think, oh, fuck. Well, everything's fucked now because Carl's back. Well, he's fine, whatever. He's going to have a cigarette. Guess what? That's not a lighter, asshole. You just shut your goddamn head off.
Right.
And how did that not happen earlier?
Right.
He's got two guns. One is the lighter. One is a gun. I'm shocked that he hasn't blown his head off in the past.
But then they wouldn't have been able to make the movie.
God damn, that was a fucking great kill. Him shooting himself in the head.
Yeah. Like, you're right. Minnie Driver came in to try to save the day, and they're all cowering at the edge of the boat.
Yes.
And you could see him just, like, try to pick them off one by one or whatever. But nope, he was like, I need my reward cigarette. And boom. Blows through his he takes a bullet for lunch.
Poor Carl.
He was a zombie corraller. My sympathies are...
No, fuck Carl. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
He never saw it coming. He had no idea he was dead. He's going to haunt that boat because he never knew he died.
That's true.
That's how ghosts happen.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I guess Ellie and Wiener did it in the bed in the yacht. And the next scene, the last shot, is a zombie coming out of the closet. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Part
2.
Or not.
If we could be so lucky.
Oh my God. I would love that.
Yeah.
Because you know what? This movie, once they started, like the way they started in the airport, and they were all just like, ugh, so sick of these zombies, whatever.
Right.
I was like, this is kind of like a sequel to Shaun of the Dead, because at Shaun of the Dead, there were still zombies at the end, but they just kind of dealt with it, and they made them fight and compete and just entertain them. It's like, what if this is like pretty much a continuation of Shaun of the Dead?
True. Right. Fight till the... Yeah,
or
I could
whatever.
see that. Yeah. Or, again, corralling them for entertainment purposes.
Right. Making them swim, even though
I
they
mean,
can't
like
swim.
you said, who knew that Milquetoast Boy would have just so much over seeing an arm being sawed off? He was
dude,
like,
that was gross.
Yeah. So the allure of the zombie, but yeah, they went into it knowing what they could be exposed to, but kind of like that very innocent, oh, there aren't supposed to be any zombies on this island.
There's never supposed to be.
No, but you're right. So that huge question mark about why Armando, no, what was his name?
Who?
The A guy, the zombie,
Antonio.
Antonio, Jesus, why would I forget that? Why Antonio set them free? That's the big question.
Did
Unless
he
he
not
was
know?
just incompetent and they escaped.
That's true. But it seemed like it was a deliberate act.
It does, and he was being punished.
Right.
So that
but
was
zombies. You never heard of a zombie that walks on the seafloor? What are you, fucking idiot?
that walks on the seafloor.
Come on.
Yeah. It was, what was interesting though is how it was very contained. Besides the club, you didn't see anybody else in the community being
That's
direly
true.
affected. Just these woe is me, partiers who came from the mainland to go to Ibiza for a party.
It had a very moral twist.
Just very, don't go and don't bring your girlfriend to party.
No, not if it's a lad's weekend or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Asshole.
So there were inconsistencies, but like I said, I was more thumb sideways than down on this one. It wasn't regrettable. It wasn't like 2 hours that I said, what the fuck? I could have been doing something else. Thank you, Tressa. Yeah.
I've seen the poster for this movie for weeks, and I keep thinking, this is going to be terrible and I'm going to hate it, but I need to watch it.
Right.
And I was so wrong. It is nothing what I thought it was going to be. It was so fun to watch.
And the thing is, the way that we've done the summaries and the précis and the allusions for you, you really have to listen to the dialogue, listener.
Yes.
The dialogue is what actually is this, because the descriptions are horrible.
Yes.
Of what we just parlayed to you. But
we are horrible at what we're doing.
Because the movie itself, the dialogue, again, Big Jim was very precocious. His dialogue is very snappy. It's like, it's like watching like an Urkel or a, who else? Who was Fresh Prince's cousin? Carlton. He was,
He was no Carlton.
Not Carlton.
He was a Jazzy Jeff.
He was, okay, yes. But again, his one-liners were sharp. They weren't like,
And what made them better, and what I fucking was thrilled to see, were some Cannonball Run style bloopers during the credits.
Right, yes. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
People never put bloopers at credits anymore, and these were like, they were spot on. And I think that if I hadn't seen that, I'd be like, Jim, whatever. But watching him do the bloopers, I was like, he gets it.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
And truthfully, this probably was an asylum budget. I mean, they really only, you had the questionable club, which probably was a warehouse.
Sure.
And the limo and the yacht were probably the biggest expenditures. But like
That's like a day rent.
Exactly. And their the villa, the chalet that they were in was total IKEA, like so, but which is totally European.
Right.
So it wasn't wrong.
Right.
But I mean, that the aesthetics were definitely asylum, I would say.
Yeah.
No
for
frills.
sure.
No frills.
No frills. And I appreciate the no frills. I thoroughly fucking enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, actually, like I said, I didn't know what I was set up to watch here. And I was, as I'm wont to be, I was ready to be hypercritical, but I was like, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. And the thing is, and Tressa may know this about me, I'm not a fan of zombies. I said it, sacrilege. Maybe I might not be asked back on this show, but
Get out of my house.
get out of my house. I won't bring any COVID with me, but yeah.
And as you may know about me, it's my favorite genre. I fucking love zombies.
I know you do. Yeah, so that's why it was a winner of a pick mutually
Yes.
with some assistance. But like I said, it was something that I got through, and I don't think normally. I am just one who cannot suspend my disbelief. I was forced to watch the Marvel series.
Oh, you don't
Watchmen,
like the Marvel series?
and I couldn't. I had no a priori knowledge of any of the characters, and it was too much. It was too much. I didn't understand it. I couldn't get it.
I haven't watched it. I know nothing about it. So
okay.
I see what you're saying.
Maybe you, but yeah, I couldn't. There was too much background that I wasn't aware of.
Right.
Whereas like just watching this was like, oh, some idiots are going to party on Ibiza. Party. Yeah. So, but Ibiza is definitely a ketamine island. They got that part right. Yeah. It's all about
nice
hedonism and
Man, I am so proud of this movie for representing what a pandemic actually looks like when you live through it.
It's true, right? Because it was the naysayers and the non-compliance ish.
There's the pamphlets that nobody reads.
Nobody reads, right?
And then the people that do read them, everyone else thinks they're the asshole.
Right.
Loved it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but yeah, the first scene right off the bat, them in the airport, it was just like, okay, yeah, wow, this is 2021, but that was 2016. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
pandemic.
I don't know what else to say about this movie. It's so good. Do you, and I didn't even do this because I was so blown away with this movie, but do you have a better name for this movie?
I cheated. So as you said, this was an Asylum release. It was not an Asylum produced movie.
Correct.
But it's called Zombie Spring Breakers, correct?
Yes.
The Americanized version.
Yes.
The actual release in the European market was Ibiza Undead.
Yes. I saw that too.
Yes. I would have gotten it, but I see how it wouldn't cater to an American market. So that's why they had to call it Spring Breakers because it...
Oh, yeah, because Americans aren't necessarily familiar because I had no idea where it was. So that's fine. Whatever. I'm not an idiot, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was named kind of perfectly, especially for an American market.
Right.
Zombie Spring Breakers, perfect.
Right. Zombie Spring Breakers. Although they cut to the... I don't know. Dare I say I wish it was a little bit long. I wish I would have seen a little bit more partying or a little bit more action. Yeah.
There was too much. There were so many scenes where everyone was dancing.
It was bad dancing. Yeah. I don't know.
And I was like,
I don't know.
That's why I was like, I don't want to do spring break ever.
Right. And
I'm way too old, but
like I said, they cut to him post party with his kebab, but like they didn't show him going to the truck and stumbling around and doing that because it would have been good to see zombies in the streets and stuff. Yeah. But like it was just all of a sudden, oh, we got to get back home, and I'm carrying my food with me, which is it's a tradition. It's like the walk of food shame, but some of it wasn't developed enough, is what I'm suggesting.
I do love the idea of seeing him like dodge zombies so he can get a kebab. That would have been brilliant.
Yeah.
What about a favorite line? Do you have a favorite line?
Well, where as is with Carl, and he says something to the effect of, sorry, I'm no good with innuendo. Was that a gay thing? You know, like, because Carl's coming on to him so strong. But I liked that one.
That was a good one.
He was sweet.
I'm just going to stick with too rude to translate.
to that as a subtitle. Yes. And like I said in the beginning, Big Jim was just full of one-liners. That was his whole shtick. So listeners, you would probably appreciate some of what they built in for Big Jim.
Yes, listeners.
Yeah,
attention.
Milk Toast was obnoxious, and Az had some good things, and Minnie Driver was pretty good. Actually, the sister was pretty good too.
Yeah, she was.
And so was Carl.
Yes, Carl was great.
Mm-hmm. Carl has these just hypnotizing green eyes, and you get pulled in. He's supposed to be the villain, but I caught on to him right away. I was like, he may be a sympathetic villain to me-ish because he's got that swagger.
And he's a capitalist, and I know how much you love capitalism.
Enough. The guy's got a yacht. So, but he's not of my same affinity persuasion, so I would have lost. Right. I would have been fed to a zombie. So.
Yep, absolutely.
Anyway.
Do you have anything to promote? No.
No, girl. Like I said, I've got the body yaddy yaddy for the potty cast. That's why I'm here.
Do you want to promote Bells and Whistles?
Bells and Chimes.
Bells and Chimes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Hey, y'all. There's a pinball league that meets at Logan Arcade. The season's finished, but every Wednesday, and look for it. It's definitely fun.
That wasn't very enthusiastic.
Oh no, I love it. I love the pinball. I love it.
I know you do.
Sure, play a mean pinball. Those are. It's a nice group of female identifying humans.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we'll just put it that way. So, but all are welcome,
of course. Mm-hmm. Just don't be a dick.
No, all inclusive to anybody who has opposable thumbs, because that's very important in pinball.
Oh, do you guys get a lot of monkeys?
Oh, that would be great, because I'm sure. But then they'd probably get in trouble because they'd hop on the glass and pound it.
Yeah.
And you can't. Like, these are great machines.
Yeah, they'd probably tilt them a lot.
Damn it. Yeah. So.
Gee, thank you so much for joining me.
It's been an honor, honestly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite movies that I've watched in this podcast.
Wow.
It was, well, you can just listen to the stuff I said way before this, and then you'll understand how I feel about it. But yes, loved it. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us this week on the Asylum Case Studies. Special thanks to my pal, G, and a very handsome and talented Andy Slater, our mixer and engineer extraordinaire. Make sure to visit us at asylumpod.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever, so you'll never miss a case study. While you're at it, if you found any bit of enjoyment in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Unless you're going to be a dick, then no thank you. So until next time, I'm Tressa Slater, and